Alright guys, here we have the 2010 free response questions. I will be doing question 1 in this video. Be sure to check out my next one for the question 2. So here we go. Starting with number 1, assume that the corn is produced in a perfectly competitive market. Farmer Roy is a typical producer of corn. Assume that Farmer Roy is making zero economic profits in the short run. Draw a correctly labeled side-by-side graph for the corn market and for Farmer Roy. We need the equilibrium price and quantity for the market and the equilibrium quantity for Farmer Roy. So when we need the market, that one's easy. For the market, all you need is price, quantity, demand, supply. Okay? And all you're going to need now is P, M1, and Q, M1. I'm getting these from what they told me to label it as. Okay? Now, he's making zero economic profits in the short run. That has to mean price equals average total cost. We are also perfect competition, which means my price is my demand, which is also my marginal revenue. Okay? Alright, so let's draw the farm graph. So for Farmer Roy, we'll be doing price, quantity, and he takes this price here. So what you can do is little dots that says that this is your PM1 and that's your demand. You have your marginal cost curve, which is just a Nike swoosh, and then you have your ATC. Notice I drew my ATC where that is equal to the marginal cost and it's also equal to your price. So that is your Q, and we're going to label it QF1. So this right here will give you full credit. You get a point for drawing the market correctly. You get another point for drawing the lines over here to let you know it's the same price. Then you get a point for the profit max, MR equals MC. Happens right there. And then you get a point for the ATC happening right there as well. So that's 4 points. Not too bad. For Farmer Roy's corn, is the demand perfectly elastic, perfectly inelastic, relatively elastic, relatively inelastic, or unelastic? You already know this answer. Okay, the answer is the demand curve for Farmer Roy corn. Well, let me make it a little bit smaller here. Corn is perfectly elastic because they are what? Price takers. Okay, and that's it. The demand curve for Farmer Roy is perfectly elastic because Roy is a price taker. Now, part C. Corn can be used as an input for the production of ethanol. The demand for ethanol has significantly increased. So corn can be used in ethanol. If you use more ethanol, do you demand more corn? Yes. Because you want more ethanol, you need more corn. So the demand for corn will be increasing. So on part 1 here, show on the graph in part A the effect of the increase in demand for ethanol on the market price. So we just said that was an increase in the demand for corn. So this will be D, and you can put this as D2 and D1, just to let them know what the new one is. You also need to put an arrow, and then we need to show the market price and quantity. So that would be an increase in the price. Let's call it PM2, QM2. Quantity goes up, price goes up. So we get a point for showing that on the market. Let's see. On part 2, showing your graph the effect of the demand for Farmer Roy. Okay, so now this is your new price, PM2. That's your demand, 2, which is your marginal revenue, 2. Okay. So now we need a new quantity, QF2. So that happens where MR equals MC. QF2. Okay. How does the average total cost for Farmer Roy in QF2 compare with PM2? Well, what happened? Look at your price and look at your ATC. Your ATC is way down here. So therefore, what you would say is that ATC is lower at QF2 than PM2. The ATC is lower than PM2. Okay? So if you did everything correctly on that, that's 4 points. Okay? Now, part D. Corn is also used as an input in the production of cereal. What is the effect of the increase in demand for ethanol on the equilibrium price and quantity in the cereal market in the short run? Okay, so basically, you can use corn for ethanol or cereal. If you're using more corn for ethanol, can you use corn for cereal? No, right? So what happened to the price of corn? The price of corn goes up, right? And if corn is an input for cereal, what happened to the input prices for cereal? The input price of cereal goes up. If the input price is higher, supply goes down. Okay? So for part D, what you would say is that because the price of corn increases, this will decrease supply of cereal. Therefore, equilibrium price and quantity will, equilibrium price will increase, and equilibrium quantity will decrease. Okay, and that's all we have to put for part D. Okay, if you have any questions, feel free to let me know. Just comment down below. I'd be happy to hear from you and help you out in any way I can. I will see you for question 2. See you there. Bye.